So what is study abroad like? Oh, literally the best thing of your entire life. I mean, ask anybody in college what their favorite thing about college was. Bet you they're gonna say study abroad. Okay, what is study abroad? Study abroad is when your university, I'm gonna speak about USA because that's where I went to university, but it basically will hook you up with a sister program in another country. So you go over there for 3 months, 6 months, and basically it's like an exchange, and all of your credits and everything transfer. So there's only, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I think the recent stats that I had read about have said that about 20% or maybe even a little bit less of university students in the USA study abroad. Why is that? I mean, probably because people don't really know about it. I mean, let's be honest. People just don't know how freaking amazing it is. So let me run through really quick what happened in my case. I studied abroad for 6 months in Bilbao, Spain. It's at the very top of Spain in the north. It's really, really beautiful, green, like cliffs and surfing and lots of hiking. I didn't even know that when I booked to go there, but basically the first step, I'll kind of give you the 5 steps I guess you need to know about studying abroad. Okay, number 1 is maybe just start watching some videos like this one, and research on your own what study abroad is about. Start getting some interest going, like start thinking about places you would want to live, and just like start like developing your interest in wanting to go. Okay, ask Google questions. The second thing I would do is then go to your international studies department. Every university has one of these. So go find out where the international studies program building is located and go set up a meeting with one of the counselors. And they are so cool. They're going to like have booklets. They're going to show you, oh, you can study 6 months in Paris. You can study for 6 months in Argentina. And what's so cool, which a lot of people don't know, is it's pretty much the same price that you're paying in your home university here in the US or wherever, whatever country you're in. So you're not really paying more. I think if anything, I saved money by going abroad because if you guys don't know, Spain is like so cheap. It's ridiculously cheap. Like a bottle of water is like 50 cents. A beer in a bar is literally $1.50, and I'm talking US dollars or euro. It's the same right now. Groceries are just like insanely cheap, and eating out is anywhere from like €5 to €15, which is 5 to 15 US dollars per meal. Okay, so they're gonna basically explain you everything. So that's what I would do. Secondly, thirdly, let your parents know that you're thinking about doing this. Let your family know. Get the support. A lot of parents, what I've noticed, the people that don't study abroad, it's because their parents are really scared, and they actually end up like persuading their kids to not go because they're scared. In this third point, I would say, please do not watch these like scary, stupid movies like Hostel and stuff like that, because that is so not true to what the reality of traveling abroad is. So those movies like Hostel, if you guys don't know what a hostel is when you're traveling to different cities. For example, I was in Bilbao, Spain, and on the weekends, me and my classmates would literally buy flights for so cheap. I think we would pay anywhere between $80 to $100 for the weekend round trip flight to go to Amsterdam, to go to London, to go to Paris. And it was just like so simple. So what I would say, and what we would do is when we got there, we would stay in hostels. Hostels are basically like these little hotels that have shared areas, like shared bathrooms, shared kitchen, but it's really cool because you get to like meet a bunch of people, you get to cook together, and there's like organized activities at the hostels. So you never actually have to plan your freaking like trip. Like they literally have everything from pub crawls, to walking tours to let's go rent bikes as a hostel. It's like so cool. So don't watch those movies that like depict it as being something horrible, like you're gonna get kidnapped. And in other videos, actually I'm gonna link to it up here. If you want to know the misconceptions between USA and Spain in terms of how safe it is, how expensive it is, I'm gonna link to it up here because I really need you guys to know that so that you can get these misconceptions out of your brain before going and before, just like when you're thinking about studying abroad. Fourthly, I would just say book it with the counselor. Book, hey, for next semester, next year, fall, I'm going to Spain or I'm going to Amsterdam. Just do it. I know it's easier said than done, but trust me, we all have to just pull the plug. And I'm telling you, it's going to be such an amazing experience. In my first study abroad experience, which was I even remember, it was a couple years ago, when I did the 6 months in Spain, I actually ended up like having my first Spanish boyfriend. Like that was like my first boyfriend ever. I was like 22 and it was like awesome. And so many Spanish friends. I actually became fluent in Spanish because I lived with a host family. Oh my gosh, and they cook so amazing. So you have different options when you're studying abroad. You can live with the host family or you can live in an apartment with the other students that are in the program. I would obviously advise the first option, which is to live with the host family, because you will get the most cultural experience, and they are just like, they literally are in my heart like grandparents for life. I really feel like they're like my other grandparents. So anyways, I would just say fourth step, just do it. Book it and just do it, because you are going to thank me later. And I know it's really, really scary, but once you get there, like you do have to take the plane by yourself over there. But it is, like I said, if you watch that misconceptions video, it's not scary. Like once you're there, it's so safe. Like the amount of police they have, like per 10,000 or whatever, is like way higher than in the US. And so crime rates are a lot less, and there's not any like guns and shit. So there's not like shootings and the crazy stuff that we have going on here in LA, for example, or other cities in the US. Fifth, I would say just start kind of like planning and getting all of your stuff together and knowing what you have to bring to prepare for your trip. And that's really it, like the different chargers, and I'm going to go over all this in other videos, but get a charger that works for that country you're going to, and then get this certain travel card, which I'm going to explain about. It's a Charles Schwab travel card. It's a debit card. You can take money out anywhere and you just load it up from your US bank account. And a bunch of other like really cool travel hacks that I'm going to share with you. So this is specifically, obviously this video is very specific to studying abroad, but the channel in general just kind of goes over all these travel hacks from my experience. If you guys don't know me, I'm Shauna. I've lived in 3 different countries in Europe. I love Europe. I'm a Europe obsessed one here. And I lived in Spain for 5 years and France for 4 months. And I've also been to lots of different other countries, 40 plus countries, during my 6 years of living in Europe. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Like, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'm really, really passionate about helping people. So yeah, just let me know if you guys have questions. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be dropping a lot of very interesting content that might help you. Okay, if you want me to go further into studying abroad, let me know in the comments below. Okay, bye guys.